Does your life matter? Does your life matter?
Pack your bags, girl, let's get out of Dodge. Sick of living life, sick of counting scars. We the ones who go to war against the gods. We the shadows that move around in the dark. Take your life back, take your time with it. Welcome to the tribe, check the rhyme with it. I was doing bad, couldn't find with it. Now my phone ringing all the time with it. We the only ones, holy sons. Mama's dead, kids holding guns. Catch 'em early, put that poison in they bottles with a Donald Trump. Walking around with the zombies. I know my home.
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm feeling much better. Welcome to season 2, episode 4 of SF Live. You guys, my name is Ben Hartley with Style and Straight Creative and Six Figure Photography. Look, if you watched yesterday's episode, I was struggling. I was really struggling. I got a cold. Today I'm doing much better. And so I dropped some vitamin stuff into this Fiji water, making it look real weird. You guys, thank you so much for being here for SF Live. Give me 1 second. My wife is needing the login information for Tave, which is really important. Let me get that to her. Oh, man. One quick second here. The show must go on, right? The show must go on. Okay, very good. This is the thing that I have to remind you guys of. We're still running a full-time photography studio here, like full-time. We got 5 full-time photographers holding on the fort, shooting weddings in Columbus, Ohio, and yet I still make these videos just to help you guys out. Look, the entire purpose of SF Live is to help you grow your business. And one of the best ways to do that is just by showing up, by saying hi, by putting in the time and the work, and telling you guys know some fun things that we are up to, kind of behind the scenes, what we do to move the needle. And so that's the entire purpose. So, you guys, I wanted to do something kind of fun here. For starters, let's see who's live. Let's see here. Who's with us today? Jeff, good to see you here. Cody, dude, Cody, I am feeling much better. Thank you so much. Let me turn that one off there. Doing so much better. Love the floral hat. Angela, I appreciate it. I got this floral hat off of Etsy. And I went to go get another one because I like it so much. But the guy, like, he literally only made one hat, so I can't get another one. I'm very bummed. Yes, definitely feeling better. Good. Thank you. I do say, yeah. Some people told me yesterday, they're like, dude, you sounded really rough yesterday. You probably shouldn't have made that video. I'm feeling much better, sounding much better. Still sick, but that's what's up. Awesome. Cool. You guys, here's what I wanted to do. I have had question after question and compliment after compliment, I might add, of the setup, of the live studio setup. And I actually wanted to show you guys how I make live videos. Now, look, you may end up leaving right now and being like, I don't really need that. That's not going to help me grow my photography business. But it might. Like, I think, look, I think the people who are going to win in 2018, 19, and beyond are those who understand the power of live content and figure out a way to leverage it for your business, right? This is not just about education industry. This is about like a global trend in the market. And so before you close out and say, I don't need to know how to make live content, I want to challenge you and suggest that maybe you do. That just maybe you do. I think it's becoming more and more evident as you open up Facebook and Instagram that it is a massive, massive component to this whole industry. This whole world, every industry. And then on top of it, I think any significant platform moving forward is really going to leverage it. And so I think it'd be really good. Now, look, you currently might not even do it for your photography studio. Maybe I even had someone who reached out, they work with their church and they're trying to figure out how to make better live broadcasts for the church. I literally had a bride this week reach out and say, hey, I would like, my whole family's in Brazil. I would like to do a live stream for them. I was like, look, I know how to do all this. I can not just make it look okay, I can make it look great for you and your family. And so I helped a bride set up a live stream at her wedding. Maybe you just do it for personal use, right? But I think that the more that you know and the more that you get your hands on this tech and you put yourself out there, the better. This is a very soft plug. I will make $0 from this. I want you guys to understand that. $0. I have an entire Creative Live course on the importance and the value of live content in marketing your business. And it's probably like $19 or something. And I, again, will see $0 of that 19. But I think it's a great crash course into creating live content, especially if one of your biggest fears is that little red eye at the top that tells you that there are 3 people watching and one of them is your sister next to you. And just like putting yourself out there. I think it'll really help with just stepping up to the plate, holding your phone out like this and saying hi. Right? So go ahead and check out that course. I'll drop a link down below. But other than that, one of the things I did not get into in that course, in the Creative Live course, is I didn't get into the tech because quite candidly, the tech has already changed. And it will change next week. The tech continually changes. And so to make a Creative Live course on the tech didn't make a lot of sense. But that's what I want to do for you guys right now. I want to actually show you how I get this whole setup to look the way that it does. And so it's going to be a very different episode. It's going to be very BTS. You get to see, I'm going to pull back the curtain here, and we're going to see the whole studio. And so that's going to be the plan. Let me see here. What's in the drink? Bill, I just dropped a couple, what are those little not airheads, airborne. I dropped a couple airborne in here. So that is what's in the drink. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to start by just explaining that everything that I'm doing currently is going through Ecamm Live. It costs $39 one time, Ecamm Live. And what Ecamm Live allows me to do is to, do a nice synergy, broadcasting directly to your platform, your Facebook group, your Facebook page, your personal page, right? I can choose everything, and it has beautiful synergy with it. It just works. It's not super convoluted. The next thing it allows me to do is call out actual comments. I can actually read the comments right here, which is it's really cool, even for that. Just like, ooh, like I like that, Timothy. Like I love that. And then it also allows me then to pull in a camera feed and an audio feed for my professional equipment. And so when you want to level up and you want to step up the game, this is what you'll do. And you can create scenes too. You can upload pre-recorded content. So my intro video, right? I have a separate scene for that intro video, and I can just play that every time. Gets you guys hyped. Kind of allows people to enter in to the live stream, settle in here, buys me 30 seconds, and that. But the other cool thing is I can change cameras. And so I'm going to hop over here to this camera right here. So this is just what am I trying to say here? This is a Logitech webcam that I got. And so it's not going to be an SLR. This thing is a 4K webcam. And so if you want something that's really nice, that's great quality, maybe it's this. Maybe it's not your full SLR. And so this even just right off the bat could be a great solution. USB-C 4K Logitech webcam. So go ahead and check that one out. I hooked this in because I wanted to show you guys. I want to actually be able to roam around a little bit and show you the full setup. And so I'm going to roam as far as this cable will allow me to show you the actual setup of how I hook up my Sony a7S, how I do my lighting, and how I do my audio. So without further ado, let's focus on, let's start at the basics, and we're going to go lighting. Then we're going to hop over to audio, and then finally I will end over with the camera setup and how I actually wire up my SLR, my professional camera, or in this situation, a mirrorless camera, the Sony a7S. So let me change my audio here as well. So my audio is probably going to sound a lot worse right now because I'm not going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and push it away, and I'm going to solely use this audio here. So I want to first talk about lighting. So the way that I'm lighting is with essentially it's a 3-light setup. So my key light is this ring light right here, right? So that's just right on me. It's a great little key light setup here. Let me too many cables. 1 second. This is going to be a very nauseating episode. I apologize because I'm hand-holding a webcam. All right, but I'm going to use this to kind of walk around here a little bit. So here's my ring light setup that I use. That lights me. I then use a warm light back here. And this is just a constant warm light. It's a Comedita light. And I just use that as a nice little hair light, and it kind of just warms things up. It separates me from the background a little bit. And then in the back here, this is just this cool little purple light bar, right? And so you probably see like a lot of churches use this. It's just like, I don't know, it's like a light bar. I don't know what to call it. I just Googled like light bar. It allows me to change the color, and it throws that color back on the backdrop there. So all I've done is I've put a diffuser on it that just kind of softens the throw of the light across there, right? So you guys still tracking with me? That's the basic lighting setup. And when you use this effectively with an SLR, you can get some really beautiful stuff. With the webcam doing all this auto white balance, it tends to get a little rough. But when I hop back to the SLR, which I'll do right now real quick, There we go. Then this lighting is just like, it's gorgeous, absolutely perfect. I can just hold on that white balance, and it's great. All right, so now back to the crummy cam. I want to show you guys the audio because, as you know, well, as I hope you know, audio is more important than visuals, right? I mean, I know this camera's all shaky, but the audio at the end of the day is more important. It's really hard to listen to something that sounds terrible. And so what I've done is I have ended up going into this guy here. It's this little, I think it's called Heil, like I don't know this stuff, you guys. Heil PR40, right? So that's what I'm in. But the problem is, how do you go from an XLR to a USB? Right? You can't usually go from an XLR to a USB. So you actually have to run this XLR into an actual soundboard. So that's what we have here. So we've got this little soundboard here. It's a little Zenny X802 soundboard. But even that, you can't, what do you do from here? So you actually have to run these cables out to a sound card. And what this card does is it takes the XLR signal, processes it through a soundboard so I can turn myself up, I can do effects, I can turn up my bass. This is what I use for the podcast, you guys, the Six Finger Photography podcast. I turn up my lows there to make my voice sound a little bit deeper. I then go out to this sound card. Okay, this is a Behringer sound card. And then from there, this cable right here is a USB cable that goes right into my machine. Okay? So that's how we're running audio. And again, just to talk about audio here for a second, this is my current audio with the Logitech, and I'm going to switch it here to the codec. Actually, we're just going to go all the way back to here. So here we go. So now we're using the codec audio. Really great sound. And just to kind of further prove the point, we have right now. Let's go this way, you guys. I'm going to show you good audio with bad. Actually, let's go bad audio with good visuals. So this right here would be bad audio with good visuals, right? So I look great on camera. Everything looks stunning lighting-wise, but the audio is just pulling from the in-camera audio right here, right? We could try to go to Brio for audio, but it's probably still going to sound junk. And so bad audio, great visuals. Let's go the other way. So now, we've got great audio right here, and we've got technically bad visuals. If we wanted to, we can even just go here. That way it's fixed. So just straight out of the camera, the visuals aren't great, but man, the audio is solid. And so I just really want you guys to hear this. Have great audio. Like this stuff right here is okay. Like this is a decent enough video footage, right? It looks good enough. Now, is it this good? No, it's not this good. But the audio is. So actually focus on really great audio. That's what I want to encourage you guys, right? Focus on great audio. Michael, I look good. Yeah. Well, let me just throw this one up. I'm very confident, Michael. You look okay. All right. So now let me hop back here. So now I want to show you. And again, the way that I'm able to change all these scenes and all this stuff is right inside of Ecamm Live, right? And so you can literally hop around inside of Ecamm Live and you can change out your settings. You can change out all of your scenes, your camera sources, your audio sources live. You can even do screen sharing things, right? So I could share my junky screen, all that kind of stuff. It's all right there. So let's hop over to the camera here now because I want to show you guys how you end up doing that. So let me hop back to this. Brio audio and Brio visuals. All right. So the way that you end up running, let me pause this 1 second. I've got to untangle this, and I didn't want you guys to have to go underneath the cable here. All right, so let's do it. So the way that you run video from a professional camera out is right here. I've got the Sony A7S II, and it's literally just an HDMI out. So I'll show you that here. So we have just a Sony, we've got an HDMI out right here. That's just going all the way down to an HDMI cable, okay? Now,
that HDMI cable cannot go directly into the computer. You would think you could just go HDMI from your camera directly in the HDMI port of the computer, and you cannot do that. It needs to figure out a way to process that signal. So you need something in the middle that can interpret that data. And so this is called a capture card. Just like you needed an audio card to transfer the signal from the XLR through the soundboard, you needed a capture card to go into the USB. You need a video capture card as well. So this is the one that I use right here. This is a Magwell USB HDMI capture card, right? That comes around here and goes right into the computer. Now, that would be the capture card. Let me go back to here. Okay, cool. Let me get good audio.
Yay, good audio again. Okay, cool. So that's the system. So it's going from the camera right there to an HDMI cable. HDMI cable is going all the way down into the capture card. Maybe I can just hold the capture card up here for you guys. Into this capture card. This little Magewell thing. This thing's kind of expensive. It's like $300. So it's a little bit expensive to do. And then that then can go into the computer. That's how you pull it off. And now that camera right there, then you don't need a memory card in it. I just have a fixed lens on there. It's just rocking it, and I plug it directly into the wall, DC power. That way I don't have to worry about the camera dying in the middle of it. I don't need to worry about batteries. It's just DC powered right into the wall. It doesn't go anywhere. It's fixed, right? But that's the current setup, okay, you guys? So my guess is there's going to be lots of questions about specifics. You know, where do you get this? What was that brand again? What was that item? I'll try to get as many of the links down below for you guys to take note of where you can buy these things at. Everything I pretty much got at Amazon. So take note of that. But again, I think there's something to be said about being active on live content and having your ear to the ground and at least being aware of what's going on currently in this whole live sphere, right? Because it's incredibly powerful for marketing and just connecting with your audience, connecting with you guys. Like this is awesome. Like I love this. This is so helpful. My full-time job that is not photography has been looking for a way to up their live stream video conference game call. This will come in handy. Like I think just like general life is moving in this direction, especially when we start looking at AR and VR, like live content and the ability to stream in this kind of really personal way is only going to become more important. Liam, I'm glad this has been helpful for you. Let's see what this says. Bill says, I've been asked several times to live video a wedding and I had no idea how to do it. So basically you're my hero. Thanks a million. That's awesome, Bill. Like this is like the intense way to do it. There's a lot of more simple ways to do it. And I didn't start here. That's for sure. I think step one is to get your camera out, and to just go like this. Press record and say hi to the world, right? So there you go, you guys. Check out the Creative Live course on using live content to build your business, to build your marketing. I'll get some links down below. Feel free to DM me, to email me. I read every email you guys sent. You can send it to ben@sixfigurephotography.com, and I'll get it, and I will reply. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Back to getting better. Cheers, everybody.